Hello, everybody, and welcome again for the first time in quite a while to some D&D Beyond tips and tricks. So, in Wednesday's video, when I did the double duty recap episode, I did a bit of talked quite a bit about spell components, and oh, here we go, and the spells required to change the color scheme of your desktop. Yeah, no, there's actually the different spell components that are involved in casting your spells and how to personalize them. So I thought for this one video we'd go over a bit of how you actually can make notes of that here in D&D Beyond. So we're here in Sherzim's character sheet. We actually did manage to we did level. Everybody's at level 5 now. I just haven't done it yet because I didn't want you guys seeing the new spells. I'm doing that later. So, as you can see here in the spells list, again, you can tab over to your spells. So you can see some of the stuff I talked about last time. Like in Chill Touch, you see notes, gives a duration, 1 round, verbal and somatic, and then you see, V for verbal. That tell me where the bad tiefling chill touched you, infernal. And somatic being the snaps of fingers, just like I was saying, and why I made such a funny mental image when we were doing the skill challenges and escaping from the tower. And also True Strike, just the pointing. Now, it's not me casting it this time around. So, how do you have these notes in here? Well, we'll pick on Chill Touch here, good old standby. What you have here is you have the little tab here that says Customize, and here you can do to hit override, all this other stuff. If, the DM is giving you special powers over the Chill Touchery or whatever other spell. But in the notes section, you see here, I have a little thing here that actually says what the components are that I've come up with. I just type them in and it just automatically saves. So I'll just go through a couple other ones here, like Sacred Flame. I've used that a few times. And that's the one, if you've been watching, where I want to display it as an attack, because it is an attack. I think it's already there, though. Where what he does is he just holds aloft his mother's old holy symbol, and he's just basically, Gaudium, do the fire thing again. Or something to that effect. It's not consistent, but... So, we'll just type in here. Or such like, because I have been leaving it pretty open-ended. And somatic is holding up Mom's old holy symbol. Which, funnily enough, hasn't really been brought up, but it is holy symbol. Sherzim's still a vampire, so he did lose most of his clothing, so I have to figure out there how he's actually keeping it from touching himself, touching his bare skin, because it does burn. At least it's extremely uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Okay, let's do a couple more here, just real quick. Toll the Dead. I don't know if I've actually... Oh, this one's point, so it's kind of funny. I was like, I'm pointing, but then I'm also... It could be True Strike or Toll the Dead. Again, that's why you specify and cast such and such. So the somatic is already there because you're already pointing. Verbal. This may give you a headache. And infernal. In fact, it actually got a lot worse for a particular goblin. He had a scanner's moment and just... His head exploded. And one more, the good old Ray of Sickness, because we did talk... I don't think we've said exactly what the verbal is, but we do know... I'm just going to make a little note. The same infernal phrase that Kanamon used. Just as a little standby, I'll come up with something later. Again, that's just something we've already set and established in the game, is that he's using the same, phrase, as the same verbal component that Kanamon used to cast Ray of Sickness, because that's who Sherzim learned a lot of his magic from. So we got a little bits of that. You can actually fill in all of these different spells with stuff. Okay, like just one more here, just because I've already kind of done it. There's my verbal component. When he casts Blur, just bet you can't hit me now. That's it. So that's just a quick little thing for you to just, how to make more than just a mental note of the different components that you come up with for each spell to kind of personalize your caster, give them a little more depth and personality. So, until next time, enjoy the road to Legendary, and Merry Christmas, because it is coming up.